Welcome to Watchdog. Tonight, BT, faults on the line and customers being bullied into paying hundreds of pounds for the repairs. And those Wi-Fi hotspots in Starbucks, McDonald's and the rest, beware. It took us seconds to take over the email accounts of some of our audience here tonight. Anita's up with them now.
Do any of you have any clue who it might be? None whatsoever. All will be revealed later.
Next, Wi-Fi hotspots, the easy way to keep in touch when you're out and about, crucial for people in business, especially the ones with cracked BMW wheels. Tens of thousands of hotspots around the country. But something you mightn't know about those hotspots, they are not secure, which few users seem to realise. To prove it, we persuaded two people in the audience to meet us in a well-known coffee shop. Unbeknown to them, it took seconds to hijack their email accounts. As a result, I've received some emails. This one says, "Dear Anne Robinson, I've been asked to take part in Watchdog, but I find you rather rude. I'd much rather be in the audience of Strictly Come Dancing. With love, Daniel." Is there someone in the audience with the email danielt@something.co.uk? Did you email me this horrid email?
No, Anne, I didn't. I promise I didn't.
Sure. Then can you explain why I got an email from you?
No, I'm afraid I can't explain that.
And there's another one I've got here from Darcy Ida. "Dear Anne, I've always found Matt Allwright very, very, very attractive. This can't be true. Do you think he would take me for a ride on his bike? Lots of love, Darcy." Have we got a Darcy?
Hey.
You didn't like that, did you?
It could happen. Look at Bernie Ecclestone.
No, don't be silly. How do you think this happened from your email?
I don't have a clue. I really don't.
Alex and Paul from The Real Hustle will show you how it's done.
They're everywhere. Cafes, pubs, at the airport, even on trains. Wi-Fi hotspots mean you're never far from a place where you can wirelessly connect to the internet. But are those hotspots secure? Or could someone else be watching, ready to hack into your emails and steal all your personal details?
Daniel here is going to help us find out. He thinks he's come for a meeting about being in the Watchdog audience. All he knows is that we're doing an item on computers, which is why he's brought his laptop. He doesn't know he's being filmed, so he's innocently logged on to the cafe's Wi-Fi to catch up with some friends.
What's happening on Facebook? Anything?
I know, I've gone on to email.
Daniel has no idea we're about to take control of his internet account. His friend does, but he's not letting on.
Yeah.
In a hidden room nearby, we're waiting to strike. And outside the cafe, the man who's going to help us do it. As well as his laptop, he's got a bit of kit anyone can get hold of on the internet. And most importantly, he has the skills to hijack wireless traffic. Normally, he helps fight online fraud, so we are keeping his identity secret. But today, he's showing us how it's done. Our man is logged onto the same Wi-Fi network as Daniel. And thanks to that special kit, not only can he see everything Daniel is up to online, but he's able to instantly send that information through to us.
We're not going to tell you exactly how it's done, but it means that within minutes we can get into Daniel's email account.
We in?
Yep.
And we can see his inbox, we can see all the emails he's received.
Lots of Facebook notifications.
Invited you to the event.
Origami Biro.
There we go. Of course, we wouldn't actually open any of Daniel's emails, but a fraudster would. And this inbox is full of the sort of information they'd need to steal his identity. Daniel hasn't got a clue what we're doing, or that now we can even pretend to be him. Okay, so why don't we send an email?
Yeah, why don't we send an email?
Should we send an email to Anne? So, "Dear Anne Robinson."
Okay, so we all know what the email said, and it's just a bit of fun.
"With love, Daniel." And put in a couple of kisses at the bottom.
Oh, I think more than a couple.
Oh, more than a couple, go on. And send.
But so that Daniel's none the wiser, we need to make sure we don't leave a trace.
So we should delete that
Yeah.
and delete it from the trash.
Okay, so okay. He's in trouble.
So is any public Wi-Fi safe? we tested the UK's top 3 Wi-Fi providers: BT OpenZone, The Cloud, and T-Mobile. And we were able to hijack them all. Together, these 3 companies provide Wi-Fi at places like Starbucks, McDonald's, Pret a Manger, hotels, and on trains. Pretty much everywhere you use a hotspot, you're vulnerable to exactly this sort of attack. Or worse. During our tests at the cafe, as well as Daniel and Darcy, around 20 other people logged onto the Wi-Fi. Some of them checked their emails, instantly putting their information at risk. Lucky for them, it wasn't the bad guys watching. But next time, you never know.
And of course, not just coffee shops, anywhere where there's a Wi-Fi hotspot, hotels, airports, train stations, you name it. Rav, you were taken by surprise. What have you since learned about cybercrimes?
Well, they're both serious and on the rise. There was nearly 20,000 reported cases of this sort of thing happening last year, compared to just 6,000 the year before. But cybercrime itself counts for £50 million losses a year. So it really, really is huge.
Daniel, what do you think now you've seen all that?
Well, that's really worrying that they could get into my account like that. I was actually logged onto a dating site as well. Well, I hope they didn't send any messages to any girls that I don't know about.
And Darcy?
For you. I'll probably do better now.
That's why we're dressed up. We're going to meet her tonight.
Darcy, what about you?
I thought it was funny at first, but actually it's quite serious, considering I do a lot of shopping online and I use different cards, and I just didn't think that would happen.
No. Anita?
Whether companies are providing email or Wi-Fi, they've told us they're aware of the risks, and at least now we're aware of them too. T-Mobile say they've now made clearer how to download the software that can make Wi-Fi more secure. The other main providers, BT, OpenZone and The Cloud, say they're looking at ways to improve customer protection, but all of them ultimately say the responsibility rests with the end user, so you, not them. Their response is in full on our website, bbc.co.uk/watchdog, along with details of what you can do to keep your laptop secure.
Alex and Paul, I mean, don't you feel there should be an obligation to warn people in...
There is, Annie, you're right. It should be made a lot clearer that you do stand a risk. But the moral of the story is that if you're in a public Wi-Fi or hotspot, do not go to any websites that require you to fill in a password or a login, a username, because those are your personal details and you're making them available for people like us to steal.
And presumably not log on to your emails, isn't that...
Well, if you do log on to your emails, it's really important that you try and sign out properly so that you don't leave your session active for someone to continue using.
But you've still got a danger while you're logged on.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely. And, you know, we can block it so you can't log off, but you should recognise that as an issue right away. If you haven't signed out of your account, then you should be aware that someone could still be active within your account. It's also important to contact your internet provider and find out what level of protection they can give you from your actual internet provider at home. Whoever gives you your email account, they may be able to help.
OK, thanks, guys.